Reports at the top in 30 minutes past. Breaking news at once. News Radio 610 WTVN.
4:34 on your Sunday. Bloom Daddy here. 821-WTVN, 1-800-610-WTVN. Do you think Black Friday's dead? Did you see anything crazy on Black Friday? I was out and about. Did my show live from the same location I did the previous year at a retail store. The previous year, it was nuts. Crazy. This year, like any other day. Any other day out there. The bottom line is Black Friday shopping is shifting. Not only from hours spent in line to more online time, but also because retailers are opening up on Thanksgiving now. 6 o'clock. So the online shopping, the Cyber Monday, which is tomorrow, the opening up early on Thanksgiving Day, is it effectively killing Black Friday? I want to bring on Clark Hodges. He is a financial strategist. Clark, did we see the death of Black Friday this year?
I think you're starting to slowly see it, Bloom Daddy. I really do. I think you'll eventually get to the point where it's just kind of a black week where Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, there's all these deals out there that you can grab. And I do think, more and more retailers are going to be open for the full day on Thanksgiving eventually. So I do think it's the end of it.
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, my personal opinion, Thanksgiving should be a day spent with family. And for all the people out there who want to work, I think they're the small majority because some people like that holiday pay. And it doesn't, I guess, excuse the fact that there were a lot of employees out there who want to be home with their families who are now forced to work. I think retailers, there were a number of retailers, Clark, who said, we're not going to do it. I mean, some national commercials that simply said, Bed Bath & Beyond, I think, some other ones that said, we're not going to do this. Our employees need to be home with their families, and I commend them for that.
I commend them, too. I think eventually the line will be drawn to where you're going to have to support your retailer for having some values. And that may mean, hey, I'm going to buy over at my favorite store more items because I do want to support their ethical stand to be more leaning towards the family value on that situation. I think it is a big deal. I don't like it at all. And, of course, I don't have to work on those holidays. The stock market's closed, but I don't think it sets a good precedent, and I think it's going in the wrong direction. You can have just as much profit if you take care of your customers, whether you're closed 1 day or 2 days a year than 1.5 days a year. So,
no, I agree with that, and that was my next question to you, Clark. Are retailers in essence hurting themselves? Because when something's special, when something's unique, people want to be a part of it. I like the energy of Black Friday, but if you take that away and you make it like pretty much any other week, are they cutting off their nose to spite their face?
Well, I really do think they are. I mean, people are used to companies and their certain policies. I mean, look at Chick-fil-A. They're closed on Sundays. That's not an issue for anybody now, but maybe the first few times you had to realize that you wanted a Chick-fil-A and you couldn't get it on Sunday, you maybe thought, oh, I wonder why they do that, and you maybe looked into it. And then you saw, well, hey, they are respecting the day as the Sabbath, and they want to not be open. And their profits are not going to change because of that. People are going to go shop there more and eat there more because they believe in supporting causes like that. To me, Black Friday is turning into window shopping Friday because you're going to window shop and then you're going to turn around Monday and buy it on Amazon. I think that's what's happening.
I'm talking right now to Clark Hodges, financial strategist. I know the latest report from the Commerce Department shows we're putting more money into savings. Clark, what's a healthy balance between spending and saving, and are we seeing the country's economic engine starting to sputter?
Well, you're definitely seeing the economic engine sputter. I'm surprised that the spending hasn't increased. The consumer side of the economy really hadn't taken off, given the fact that gas prices are where they are. Most Americans are affected by gas prices, positively or negatively. In this case, they should be positively affected. I do expect some pocketbooks to open up for the holiday season, and some of that savings throughout the year on gas prices go to Christmas gifts. But I think most, by and large, they're doing a pretty wise thing, paying down debt and maybe saving some money. And I think the people who have kids are still going to spend and make Christmas a big deal for their kids. But I think by and large, people learned a good lesson from the recession of 2008. And I always tell people, look, if you're saving 10% of what you make, you're going to be just fine. Most people don't even come close to saving that much.
All right, Clark, always appreciate your time on the show. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
All right, that's Clark Hodges, financial strategist. If you take a look at the numbers, sales at retail stores on Black Friday fell to $10.4 billion this year. That's down from $11.6 billion in 2014. Sales on Thanksgiving dropped to $1.8 billion from just over $2 billion. And again, a big reason for the declines, an increase in online shopping. Cyber Monday tomorrow will be huge. And another key factor, there's a lot of retailers offering bargains long before Thanksgiving. And it limits the impact of Black Friday specials. And I do not like it. I don't like retailers being open on Thanksgiving for a number of reasons. Number one, what's the biggest complaint? When we talk about societal issues, what's one of the main focuses? It's a lack of family. It's a lack of structure. It's a lack of maybe two parents in a household, but it all comes back to family. We talk about why did this kid go in and shoot up a school, or and it usually comes back dysfunctional family, or parents didn't take the time. This is one day, where I think families should come together and spend a day together. And I think that employees want that too. And all of a sudden, when you're opening up at 6 o'clock, then what? You're rushed through the day. Or what about families? Now you have, divorce is a big part of society. So now you have 2 different dinners that you might have to go to in 2 different locations.